Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. We are on the RV, as you saw from last week, and starting a whole new treatment. This is another cycle of immunotherapy, but this time things are going to be very different for us. We are doing a different antibody. It's the naxitamab, which is essentially 3F8. HU3F8, I should call it, which is the humanized version of it. Early 1980s, 3F8 was developed, and they used it in mice and that sort of thing. And now they have the HU3F8, which is the humanized 3F8, aka something else, aka naxitamab. So that's what we're doing this time. Now this is an outpatient treatment, which is why we're on the RV. So we won't be staying at the hospital every day. We don't want to drive 2.5 hours to and from the hospital every day. So we've got the RV here. We're about 25 minutes from the hospital. And that's what we got going on. It's going to be quite a different experience. I'll do my best to explain along the way as usual. We got to get going. Look at this view we've got from here, though. We had these gnarly storms the last few days. I don't know if you can tell how high the water line is. There's a fence over there. It's like completely underwater. But pretty sweet view. Nice campsite here.
Tomorrow won't be as like chaotic and
All right, we are getting things ready. They're doing a lot of pre-hydrating. I was looking for the right word to use. A couple hours of hydration until the urinalysis shows is at a specific gravity they're looking for before they want to start the chemo. We'll do 2 different chemos on this go around. 30 minutes for each one. She's done both of these chemos before?
Yes.
I had it written down.
Round 1 and 2.
I had them written down. Okay. First chemo she's getting is topotecan, and the other one is cyclophosphamide. So those are the 2 chemos she'll get this time. Well, she'll do that all 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She'll get those 2 chemos. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, days 1, 3, and 5, she will then also do immunotherapy. Today will be an hour of the immunotherapy, and then Wednesday will be 30 minutes. Friday will be 30 minutes. They will pre-med her with the pain medication, morphine, that whole shebang, similar to what we've done in the past. The difference this time is just instead of going 20 hours a day for 4 days, we'll do this hour, and then the other days will be 30 minutes for 3 days, and that's it. So that's kind of exciting. I hope, as much as it's still supposed to be sort of pretty intense and painful, I'm hoping that because it's a lot less time, that it's like much easier. We don't know what to expect. We're really hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. We'll get through it either way. What you think, Kendall?
About what?
I don't know. All the things. You got any good jokes for us today?
Where does the sheep go on vacation?
Where?
The Bahamas.
How's it been eating? Whatever you want.
Good.
That's probably a fairly new update that we haven't shared. Obviously, you guys saw that she ate a little bit at Thanksgiving, was eating soft foods, mashed potatoes, things like that. But she's just eating anything and everything at this point, and everything has gone really good. So there's really no limits to what she's been eating. We do continue to put her on the feeding pump at night to pack on some pounds and calories, which is working great. I mean, she's up to 58 pounds this morning, which is 10 pounds heavier than she was like forever. Our goal was to get her to 50 pounds. Yeah. And now she's at 58, so she's doing really good. Okay, day 1. I don't even want to say day 1 is in the books yet because it ain't over. It is 9 p.m. We just made it back to the RV, hour and a half ago or so. It was a long day in the hospital. The immunotherapy infusion treatment portion of things wasn't I don't want to say it wasn't that bad. It sucks. There's just no like simplifying that.
But compared to what we have seen,
right.
it wasn't that
compared to what we've done in the past, it was comparable. It was short-lived. I think our total infusion today was about 45 minutes, and the first 20 minutes was probably the worst until they got on top of the pain. We gave her 5 small doses of morphine and then 2 doses of Dilaudid. Dilaudid is, if I remember correctly, it's about 6 times stronger than morphine. The first dose really got things better controlled, and then she sort of fell asleep, and then she woke up in some pain. We gave her another dose of Dilaudid, and she's really been pretty zonked out since then. However, about 30 minutes ago, roughly, the pain really kind of crept back in, and she was screaming and crying and in quite a bit of pain. So that was not fun because we're not at the hospital and we can't give her another dose of morphine. We did go... Or Dilaudid. We did give her the oral medications that we have, the oxys, the whatever else we have that we can give her. But Kendall continues to just be an absolute badass. I mean, that kid is so strong and so tough and can handle so much pain. It's like incredible. So anyways, that's kind of the deal at this point. Hopefully things smooth out a little bit and we can get some sleep tonight. See you in the morning. It is about 2:30 in the morning and I've just rushed Kendall to the hospital. She's in a ton of pain, way more than we can control or manage ourselves. So we're hoping to get some morphine or maybe something stronger, I don't know. That's the update. This sucks. Alright, night got much better. We got Kendall some Dilaudid. She's comfortable, she's sleeping. We've been here for it's about 5 a.m. now. They brought me another bed, so we're just gonna stay here in the emergency room for the night, since we had to be back here at like 9 a.m. anyways for the next dose of chemo in the morning. So anyways, we're just gonna stay here and figure it out in a few hours. All right, good morning. We've now moved back up to the 10th floor to the clinic room that we were in yesterday for our appointment for today to start the next round of chemo, or the next day of chemo, whatever you want to call it. But they're talking about admitting us now, so we'll be moving rooms, I think, again here shortly before we start chemo and that sort of thing. So it's been a long, I don't even know how long it's been, 36 hours or 40 hours or whatever it's been at this point. But Kendall is finally comfortable and sleeping. We really got her with a lot of heavy meds. Brandy's here. And this sucks. All right, I came back to the RV a bit earlier to take a nap. I was just absolutely exhausted. I think I went, 40 hours or something, no sleep, and just, an hour here, 30 minutes there, but no real sleep to speak of. So I was pretty exhausted. So I came back, I got a good nap. I feel way better now. I've been here packing a bunch of stuff to go back to the hospital since Kendall has been admitted and we'll be staying there for the next 4 days or so. So pillows, blankets, clothes, just some of like bare necessities for the next few days until we get back to the RV or figure out what the next plan is. There's lots of things being discussed right now, and I will fill you in once we get back. All right, back in the room, and look who's awake. Hi, Kendall.
Hi.
How you feeling? Not so good? Well, whoop. Your head's hurting. You look pretty good. You look a lot better than earlier. This is the first time I've seen you awake and not screaming in pain. So I think you're doing pretty good. I'm proud of you. We're making progress, okay? You're doing really good. All right, I think the overall vibe is way better, at least for me. My spirits are lifted. My attitude and comfort level is much better than it was earlier today, and especially last night having to rush off to the emergency room. You feel the same way, Brandy? Like,
Yeah.
I think there's a level of comfort also being back on the 10th floor, back in our rooms with our nurses that we know and love and trust. Like, nobody knows this kid better than these nurses. I mean, and us, of course. But I've said it before too, like after surgeries or being in weird situations and coming back up here, you almost feel like a sense of relief, like you're home. Just still so weird to me.
I feel way more relaxed here than I did on the camper last night.
Because yeah, on the
Which is
camper,
crazy,
in the
'cause-
situation we were in, we are super helpless, and here we have access to everything, all the medications we can need and want for Kendall to keep her comfortable in like this crazy unknown situation. So we're definitely thankful to be here. She's currently on a constant drip of Dilaudid through the PCA pump, keeping pain under control. As you can see, she does have the button for it if she needs that. So hopefully the rest of the night goes smooth, and then we figure out what's next tomorrow. Good morning. The night went relatively well, pretty uneventful. Brandy's become a bad driver in the wheelchair.
No.
Kendall remained relatively comfortable. She's getting up, going to the bathroom. Everything seemed pretty good. She's still on a constant drip of Dilaudid, and her ankles still hurt a lot. At the moment, Brandy and I are still facing sort of this tough decision and try to make the best decision we have from the information we have and with some gut feeling and gut intuition, which is easier said than done, for sure. But until then, Brandy and I are going to head downstairs. We're doing this like cool little flyer toy drive. We did this last year actually because we've been here for, not here, we've been dealing with this for a year now. This is one of the first things we did when we were here last year too. So the little toy drive, the big room down there, we get to pick a bunch of toys out and we can get some stuff back up here to Kendall. So we're going to do that, continue to talk through our decision making, and hopefully we come up with something by the time we get back.
How you feeling this morning?
Look who's here. We got Miss Cher.
And a Walmart gift card? Oh my gosh. You know how many toys you can buy with that?
All right, Kendall, is it okay if I put the bed down a little bit? Yeah? Just tell me if it's too much, okay?
Come on, Cher.
Big visit. Come on.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Okay. Good job. How you feeling this morning, sweet pea? Good. Okay, good. Good. Here you go. You want to give her some? She doesn't have any yet today.
Cher, are you getting a cheat day?
I heard that Miss Hannah was telling you about Cher. And she didn't realize that you were one of the first patients Cher ever met. Uh-huh. The first patient that Cher actually got in bed with.
That's right. Cher has only been here like right about a year now, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Really good, Cher Bear. Really good.
You got little Cher and big Cher. Wow, today has been a roller coaster. I'm having a hard time even comprehending what all has happened, how it's happened. So bear with me. I'm going to do my best to try to explain. The immunotherapy infusion that Kendall got on day one was really hard on her. You guys saw that. We thought it was going to be fine. And then we got back to the RV and there was problems. We ended up back at the hospital. We ended up admitted. And then in the background, Brandy and I were trying to understand if it was even worth continuing the immunotherapy treatment, knowing that this treatment was to kind of bridge the gap between now and whenever surgery might be for Kendall to remove the rest of this stuff. And we started to ask that question, is chemo alone enough to keep this under control and keep it from spreading without the immunotherapy, or do we feel like the immunotherapy is absolutely necessary in order to control it, to buy us the time to get to surgery? And there's no clear-cut answer. Of course, it's one of those things where it's like, if we only had a crystal ball, we would know the right answer. Unfortunately, that's just not the case, obviously. And after a lot of consideration between myself and Brandy and speaking with the doctors, no one really had a strong feeling one way or the other. Also, into this decision-making process, we knew she was getting a chemo that she had gotten very early on that she responded really well to. So that was another contributing factor, knowing that like she had already responded so well to it versus some of the chemos that she had gotten more recently that she didn't respond as well to. We were hoping maybe that's enough. So because no one felt super strong about it, we didn't want to put Kendall through more than what seemed potentially necessary, and we were willing to take a little bit of a risk there, knowing surgery is like hopefully in the near future, and if not, we were willing to do another round of chemo and immunotherapy on the next cycle while we continued to wait for surgery. And Brandy said that even in her own head, she's like, please give me a sign that we're making the right decision. And I got a phone call from MSK within 10 or 15 minutes from us like making that decision final with the doctors. And they called for scheduling and letting us know that Kendall was scheduled to have the surgery on January 4th, which means we need to be in New York next week to do a bunch of pre-op stuff and scans and tests and like get in for surgery. So that was like a curveball again that we weren't anticipating at all. We expected to go maybe at the end of January, early February, something like that, based on how they were talking about scheduling, logistics, how long it might take, do 1 or 2 rounds of immunotherapy while you wait, that sort of thing. So then we decided just to can't stop all the treatments altogether that she was getting, the chemo. We were already going to stop the immunotherapy, so they finished the chemo treatment that she was in the middle of today, and we're stopping it for the rest of the week because her counts have to recover, and her ANC, her white blood cell counts, her platelets, all that has to be high enough for her to have surgery and that sort of thing. So, I mean, it's just been a stinking roller coaster. This has been the weirdest, wildest, and wackiest week of treatments we've ever had, huh? It has been a roller coaster all over the place. So it is now the next day. We woke up this morning assuming we would stay another full day into tomorrow being Friday. Brandy went home. She's like, making sure that everything's squared away for Christmas and that sort of thing. And then they came in and they were like, hey, you guys can go home today if you want. You want to go home? Or you can stay the night if you're not comfortable leaving, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Kendall, what do you want to do? And what'd you say?
I want to go home.
You said, get me out of here, huh? She's doing so much better. Like, suddenly, you told me earlier, like, I don't know, I just started feeling good. So that was great. It was wonderful. Her attitude really changed when they said we could get out of there, too. So that was quite amazing. So rather than going home, we're playing it safe. We're back on the RV, where we were, haven't moved anything, and we're going to stay the night here. So we're still close to the hospital. In the event we have to deal with something and rush back to the emergency room, I don't think that's going to happen. Kendall's doing so good. So anyways, we're hanging out. We're making tacos. Just me and Kendall, so there's plenty to go around. We're looking forward to that. Kendall hasn't eaten much real food in the last several days, so we're going to cook it up. Do a Taco Tuesday on a Thursday. Get home tomorrow. Get ready for Christmas. Kendall, are you excited for Christmas?
Yes, I'm super excited.
What did you ask for?
I asked for Heelys.
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 Like the shoes with the wheels on them?
A wheel.
A wheel.
One wheel.
On each shoe.
Yes.
So that makes it wheels.
Wheel.
Shoes with wheels.
A shoe with a wheel.
On each foot.
Yeah.
So shoes with wheels.
Shoes with a wheel on each foot.
Okay. Anyways, that's the deal. This has just been the wildest week ever. We are going to wrap it up here. We're going to get some tacos, hang out, probably watch some Cops or something.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. And get back home, do some Christmas, get packed up, turn around, and hit the road up to New York. So, thank you guys so much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you guys, I don't know, next week, maybe the next 2 weeks from New York. See you later.